Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all some time to tune in. First things first, hope everybody had a blessed and productive Thursday. Hopefully, everybody was able to get through the hustle and the hassles of the day. And for those on the West Coast, hopefully, y'all day is running smooth and y'all getting home to your loved ones. Definitely appreciate those for tuning in to the live this morning. Definitely was another good conversation. I know tonight I promised to bring back poetry night, but I'm gonna have to postpone that until tomorrow night. Definitely. Couple of little issues already, and I'm on a double shift, so tomorrow night definitely we will be having poetry night. Whether it's for half an hour or an hour, it doesn't matter. It might get a triple dose of me tomorrow, depending. Think I might do some music too on the backup, so be on the lookout for that. Yo, Kenny, what's going on, bro? No doubt, bro. No doubt. Tonight I am just going to talk about a couple things. And who knows, it could be this part two I was talking about. Now, the other night's live was definitely a good talk for conversation. And again, some of you parents are going to have to understand this. Even when your kid does make it to that promised land or that big break that they've been looking for, you still got to be somewhat of a moral compass to them so they don't mess themselves up. And don't put your kids in a situation too, especially if you know they in a public eye, to where it can mess them up. When it comes to specific situations, if you married, you're supposed to have your husband taking care of that. So that's one thing you gotta do. Yeah, I'm gonna do that tomorrow evening, probably. I'm gonna say 5 or 6. I'm gonna see what's what. Um, well, you gonna definitely have that tomorrow. So then the after party will be at Tanya's. So we're definitely gonna have a fun-filled Friday. So, and I feel it'd be better for me to do the poetry night sometime tomorrow because I have a clearer mind and I ain't gotta worry about too much action going on. So, but again, you parents are gonna have to be that backbone for your kids. You're gonna have to. Even when they do get a certain age, you still gotta make sure they still morally in sync. When they get too big for their britches, you're supposed to humble them because at the end of the day, just as quick as that money could come, that money could go. And if you ain't doing the right things, all in all, you're gonna have a hard fall. So it's best to try to keep yourself geared up for anything. And then sometimes all you can do, all in all, as a parent, is pray that your kid get the message or wake up. James, what's going on, bro? Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. And again, we're gonna try to do poetry night tomorrow night. It'll be a little better, and I'll be at peace. So we definitely ain't here tomorrow. But all in all, again, you can't let that get past you. Once your kid has made it to a certain plantain, if you want to call it, uh, you supposed to make sure they still good. Yeah, they supposed to be their own person, but you still gotta make sure they morally intact. Certain things you really don't want them out there doing, you gotta always remind them. Remember, you in that public eye. You can't be out here acting like you in the streets. You can't be acting like you don't give a damn about life. when you was working all your life to try to get out of these situations. Gotta remember that. Now I could say between all these different situations we looked at with some of these stars, even some of these child stars who turned around and just ended up on the wrong side. Some of it is because they had too many yes men around them. And it's hard to really have a person's, mindset and everything else in a good place when it seemed like everybody is either for the dollar or they just want to see how far you want to go before they go to somebody else. Some people ain't loyal at all. Some people are only going to be with you until that bag run dry. Once that bag run dry, you're going to see who half of these people really are. And that's another reason why some of you parents got to make sure that even when your kids is grown, make sure they got the right people around them. And if things get too out of hand, yeah, they gotta come to talk to you because you are their parent. And if you don't want to see your child locked up, dead, or just going through the motions and getting dragged through the mud, you gotta make sure your kid is good regardless. Couple things I'm gonna still touch on tonight. Might even drop the link in case anybody wanna pop up and give their views and opinions. But it's time for some of you parents to change the narrative. That narrative of, oh, once your kid is grown, that's it. No, you still got to make sure you're a vocal part of their life. And they still supposed to make sure they doing the right things by you because you took care of them. Supposed to be the same way around to a degree. Let me make sure my parents is good. Let me get them a house up out of here. Let me set them up so they ain't got to worry about nothing. Especially if you really able to do it. Another thing I do want to touch on again from this morning. It's sad that some of these young folks are doing what the adults should be doing, standing up for the right things, especially for their community. There's a real sad notion again, you know, something that you want to see change. You got to be up on the fields. You got to be up on the battlefields and make sure that these is happening. But if things ain't happening, guess what? You can't cry and mope about it. Your neighborhood might be going through drastic changes, and some of those changes could definitely affect the economy aspect of it, the money aspect, and just the overall flow of things. You got to get up and voice your opinion. You got to definitely get up and say something. And when things don't work at the town hall meeting, you go to your nearest congressman office or whatever, and you put in petitions. You do what you got to do. Again, the people need to be heard. And some of y'all act like you don't want to be heard. Sad, man. Again, there are different ways that the community could change, but if you ain't going to stand up on it, then what's the sense? And then even for some to do stand up on it, you got to make sure you stand in accordance and you getting rid of the bad influences that are fucking up the community. Like, you trying to bring something definite into it where everybody could benefit. You can't have the local hoodlums messing up the spots, hanging out in your spots, doing whatever. Like, you got to stop all of that. That's just like if you run a business right now, you don't want a million people sitting in front of your establishment. I don't care if you know them or not. Some of them people you want to get rid of because guess what? They'll make it to where people won't even want to visit your establishments. I've seen this happen time and time again. You got people sitting in front of regular store corners and stuff like that. Like, first of all, nobody's going to really want to come into a store when you got more than 20 people sitting outside and everybody look like they up to no good. That makes your business and your value look low. See, some of y'all gotta understand that too. Some of y'all do probably have minor businesses or whatever. And I'm quite sure you don't want that type of attention around yours neither. So again, you're gonna have to be vocal and you're just gonna have to take that stand, especially when you know it's the right stand. That's just like if I ran a grocery store or supermarket. Look, I'm not having nobody hang out in front of the damn spot. Sorry, but yo, bro, y'all gonna have to go somewhere else with this. The only reason why I'm pushing y'all to the corner or pushing y'all elsewhere off of my corner is because I don't need that headache and that hassle. And then again, you're not gonna want to be sitting there looking and having people that know they probably want to come in, but they scared to come in because it's, everybody's sitting outside like they shooting a music video, son. Yo, Kailani, salute. I remember last time I was in the city and I was walking down, I was on Lennox. Oh yeah, I was on 110th and Lennox, I believe. Remember that spot was still open. No, my bad. That was 114. About to go in the store. Before I go in the store, I was laughing because the people that was about to go in before me, they was scared, like they was gonna go in. But when they seen that it was more than 20 people sitting there, and they see that it was bottles sitting there, and everybody just chilling, they I can't go in there. Scared the fuck out of them. And the sad part was they wasn't doing nothing. Don't get me wrong, they was just chilling, they was enjoying themselves, but it's just the principle. Y'all all packed in front of a store. Some of y'all even blocking the doorways. So it's like, come on, man. Y'all gotta have a little more pride with that too. And some of y'all know better than that. You want to do what you want to do, all right? Find a spot that ain't nobody really messing with. So it's crazy. Again, some of y'all won't even fight. Some of y'all got businesses and won't fight. Won't even open your mouth and tell these people, yo, look here. I know y'all want to hang out here and all of that, but you can't. You know, I got a business to run here. And then that makes it look bad because think about it. When people do come, like let's say, even if it is your own business, somebody might come, they want to do some extra business or whatever. They might be scared to even come in your establishment because you got people out there wilding out, blasting music, just smoking weed and drinking and chilling. If you want to smoke weed, drink, chill, that's on you. But there's a time and a place for all of that. And in front of somebody, business ain't one of them. Because again, you messing up their flow of things. Tay, what's going on, sis? See you in there. Time to really get back to that strong notion of building, and that means getting rid of things that you know you're going to need to get rid of. Because in the long run, it's only going to poison your community even more. And some of y'all people should have enough pride and enough love for your community. Because guess what? You don't own nothing. And if you did, you wouldn't even be wanting people to be messing up your establishments or your places of business. You know that for a fact. Yo, Jersey Rich, salute. Y'all just tuned in. Y'all already know, hit the like button. It's really sad. And again, some of these young folks are showing more initiative than some of the grown folks. I need to make that make sense. You mean to tell me when it comes to certain meetings, these youngins, even some of the elders are really out and about more than the rest of us? And I ain't trying to really throw solo or nothing because guess what? I missed two meetings that I know for a fact I would have definitely went to and try to voice my opinion on it. But see, with me and my field of play, my man, listen, my schedule always differs. So it ain't like it's a regular schedule 9 to 5. No, my hours vary, and sometimes it could be over a 40-hour week. Sometimes it might be a 50, depending. So sometimes I ain't gonna be able to be doing as much. But it's sad that you hear the last couple of times it been more of the youth coming in trying to uplift than some of the elders and some of the grown folks. Like, what's going on? Oh shoot, I forgot. Mr. James, happy birthday to you, my guy. And many, many more. Shawanda, what's going on, girl? What's going on, girl? Mhm. See y'all then. Oh, but I'm saying because this is kind of a plot too from this morning's live. Like it's sad. You know, yeah, we like to say it's always all the youth is this, and it's not always that. You got some who actually are on adult time. They really trying to see changes and make changes. They want to actually leave something that's going to be beneficial for the future. You know, which I can understand. Just like some of us are supposed to be really on these forefronts. We want to see better things. We want to see better changes. You know, like I said, they don't never really show what some of these youth are capable of doing. And when they do decide to show it, it's only going to be when it's in accordance to them. They don't show the kids who really are out there doing something. And that's what needs to be brought up more. Some people need to really start rallying up more, start really showing, look, you got people who actually care about their community and is willing to stand up no matter what. I don't know. You think about it and you be like, damn, if this many kids was able to, not even just kids, you had the teens, you had the young adults, if they was able to come together, just like some of the elder folks, if they was all able to come together and come to a meeting for good, why the rest of y'all can't do it? Every time your blessings. Appreciate you for tuning in. You know why you can't do the same thing? It don't hurt to do it. Again, some of y'all want to cry and mope about certain situations, but you ain't trying to be a part of a solution. See, this is why some people end up stagnated because as much as they trying to push, they can only do but so much. And when the right people are not backing them up, it ain't helping. So it's always going to be one of those situations where you're going to have an uphill battle that you really don't need to have. And this should be a public service announcement again to some of y'all. If these youth are actually popping up at these meetings, again, showing how much they love and care and trying to do things right, y'all should be doing the same thing. You can't cry about certain things being burnt down, robbed, and everything else, and y'all ain't even doing y'all part. In certain places, they already done started their initiatives of putting whatever in your neighborhoods because the majority of those meetings you didn't go to, that was Dave's sign to say, yep, well, we're going to do this. Nobody voiced their opinion on this. Nobody said nothing about this. So even when it come down to politics, some of y'all claim you want to see different people in these seats. You're supposed to be trying to do everything you can to try to help them get to them seats. And it really starts with getting rid of the people who are in these seats now, especially the ones that ain't meaning no well. See, while everybody's focusing on nonchalant politics, we need to focus on what's really going on as far as our money and everything else. We don't have to worry about that. Put this up. I don't really want to hear their mouth today neither. But it's time to get these people out of seats that don't need to be in them because obviously they don't care. You got people who actually do care who not abiding by certain rules and regulations that they want people to uphold, which is a good thing because then that shows you are not following that quote unquote puppet system. And I think a lot of these people would stand out and actually stand on a word if they really did have the right backups. Yeah, the government is the enemy to a degree, but guess what? We our own enemies too because we ain't trying to do nothing better. See, we can sit here and put blames on one group, but we gotta place blames everywhere that it needs to be placed at. Because we know if it's certain things they ain't gonna try to allow or they ain't gonna try to give us the benefits for when we got the benefits, we supposed to be putting it together in a pot and trying to do what we could do. I'm just being 100 with that, you know. Yeah, they are enemies to a degree, but we are our own enemies too, and we allow things in our community to continue to go downhill. When we don't stand up and we don't fight on these things, this is what we get. And you would want to see a lot of things happen, at least in the good man. You want to see everything move in a positive direction. But if you got more youth going to these meetings than adults, what does that say? You think they really gonna listen to a whole bunch of youth? They'll more listen to they'll more listen to the elders, or they more listen to somebody who really want to stand on something than the kids. Actually, we know how they think. Because for all you know, they could be laughing. Look at these kids. They really thought they was going to do something and voice their opinion. That's why you got to have the adults, the elders, and the youth that are powerful and strong enough to be on the forefronts. Because trust me, this is what's going to happen. They're going to implement things, and if you're not saying nothing, that's just going to be more room and more reason for them to do what they do. Slewfoot, what's going on, my guy? Oh no, I know that part, Sharonda, definitely. Trust me, I know that part. And then, prime example, some of y'all know you got these people, and let's not even just talk about politics. Even for those who living in complexes, apartments, anywhere where you know there's an association or whatever, some of y'all not even voicing your opinions with they shit. Like I'm gonna say everybody that live in New York City. Most of y'all have complained to the bone about certain things, but we know there's certain things that ain't gonna get fixed unless you try to take the initiative yourself. Yo, word, what's going on, bro? You got some people who know for a fact, look, we need this fixed, we need this done, we need this done. And if you ain't being vocal about it, they ain't gonna be listening to that shit. They gonna get to whatever they feel like getting to when they feel like getting to it. But if it's something that you know is dire need and you know you gotta keep voicing your opinion until that person gets it. Like, all right, look, let me just do what I gotta do then. It's almost the same way like when you dealing with a slumlord or you dealing with somebody who could be a potential slumlord. When you see certain things going on, you know you're supposed to keep supposed to vote. Keep do what you do. Keep on doing what you're doing because guess what? You don't say nothing, they ain't gonna fucking do nothing. And even when you are saying something, sometimes they still ain't gonna want to do nothing. So again, when you see that it's not going the way you think it should go, you take the initiative yourself. I seen some people who was waiting for. I'm gonna use New York City housing as a prime example. We had some people who had apartments where they was waiting for major fixtures for eons. Motherfuckers never came through. Guess what they did? Got their own shit. And when it came time to tuck that to that renting office, look, y'all niggas owe me this much for fixing my own stuff that you should have been fixed. And I would kindly like that. That's one thing y'all gotta do. When you gotta fix something, prime example in your apartment, you gotta fix something that you know these people were supposed to been come fix. That's supposed to be a deductible right there. Nah, y'all gotta either pay me back or take that out of whatever because I just did something you were supposed to be coming to do. Period. It's the same thing with the communities. You know, it's certain things they ain't gonna really want to fund and try to give back. We got to do that one way or another. There ain't nothing wrong with trying to put something in a pot. And some of y'all know y'all could do it. Put your money in the pot. Hey, Julie, what's going on, sis? Ding, what's going on, my guy? It's always you, word. Them babies always getting you, bro. One karate chopped you, the other one threw up on you. What's going on, man? Yeah, Sharonda, that's what I'm saying. Wait, you in New York City? If so, you know what I'm talking about then. And if not, it don't matter where y'all at exactly. Y'all know is certain people that you know go through it. They ain't supposed to be fixed. Ain't being fixed. Or they ain't got the proper things. Oh, you gotta wait for like that's an inconvenience. That's just like prime example. I knew one building that they ain't have gas for 6 months. And it wasn't the whole building, it was half of the building that did not have gas for at least 6 months. Those hot plates and those things that you was given wasn't doing but so much. You gotta think about it. When somebody wants to actually cook, they ain't trying to cook on no fucking hot plate. They not. Or if y'all didn't do so, please sub to that backup channel. Tomorrow we will be having some music and we will be rocking out tomorrow. Everything music wise or whatever, I'm gonna do on that backup channel from now on. So appreciate y'all all for subbing up to that channel. Yeah, because that's the thing. Prime example, you got some people who didn't have gas again for 6 months. They shouldn't have took no damn 6 months to figure out where them leaks was coming from and how to go about whatever. And then again, some of these buildings are so damn old, you expecting certain things to happen. And when the things are not being done properly, especially to make sure your building and everything is intact, what the hell do you expect? Sometimes people be having issues with their toilets because they be backed up. Could be something coming from somebody else's pipes, done clogged up, whatever. Now your shit getting clogged up. You know, there's a multitude of problems you could be having. But if you're not gonna be vocal about your problem, you can't complain about it. Period. I'm telling you, it's time for a lot of y'all to really get on board, man, and show some of these youth who are actually out there trying to protest and actually trying to make a difference. Show them that you do have adults that actually care. Yeah, I know, Tanya. I'm saying you got some people who you'll have those problems. If it's not toilet stoppage, you'll have a blockage in your sink sometimes. But again, when you're not taking care of the things you're supposed to be taking care of, especially when people are giving out tickets and you still ain't, nah, that's, come on. And then honestly, I feel in certain positions, I feel some people are still understaffed since this pandemic happened. Because there's no way you could tell me you got one or two people with within a couple buildings as far as doing maintenance work. Everybody else is just doing groundskeeping. That's it. Nobody else know how to fucking like. Come on. Oh yeah, what's going on? That's what I'm saying. All in all, you got things that you know you need to, get up on it. Because if you don't, they just gonna kindly laugh at you. They're gonna kindly just wait for you to finally say something. And that be the sad part. I don't know. It's time for y'all to really stand up, get some backbone, take some initiative. Because if some of these youngins are doing it, there ain't no stopping the adults from doing it. Some of y'all ain't gonna want to do it because you stuck in your ways. You stuck in the hood booger mentality. You don't want to see revolution. You just want to cry, complain about something needing to change. Until you niggas get up out of that slow mentality, you're gonna keep having the same situation happen. Your neighborhoods will continue to crumble. Some of y'all are gonna be crying and moping and asking why it's happening, but you're being part of that problem. Yeah, that's crazy, Sharonda. Yeah, some certain situations you're gonna have to go to your neighborhood councilman or whoever, or your alderman or whoever, because some of these people really be trying to do the utmost, especially in them towns where you could possibly encounter a slumlord. You gotta definitely be on point. Mosh, what's going on, sis? That's what I'm saying. All in all, you gotta think about that. How are you ever going to progress if you ain't standing up on nothing? And then how are these kids going to progress in time? How are they going to look at y'all as the adults or the future, whatever? How are they going to look up to y'all if y'all not doing nothing you're not doing nothing of constructive, you know, not doing nothing of constructive management. You're not sitting here saying, you know what, we could turn this spot into this type of spot, and we can make this happen. As far as if we need a community center for these kids, or we can take this area if we can get it. Let's try to rent this place, or let's try to get this damn property, put some things in here, give some opportunities. But some of y'all not thinking about the big picture. Some of y'all just thinking about your own. And this is where the things get confused now. Because you got those youth who are looking for the adults to say, you know what, we gonna back you up no matter what. You ain't getting it. And if they ain't getting it, then guess what? They ain't gonna be worried about nothing in the long run. They're not. Some of them might end up quitting just because they feel the people that they was looking up to, they ain't about nothing. So you can't get mad when it does happen. You can't get mad when they decide they don't want to hear nothing that some of y'all are saying. Because again, when they wanted y'all to say something, you was quiet. Don't let that go over your head neither. You know, I feel support. My fault, y'all. Support goes in a multitude of ways, right? I'm gonna even use this app for example. A lot of people are supporting each other and in a positive light. And it's not always necessarily money, but just being there and just being in tune, that's support right there. Helping people grow one way or another, that's good support right there. See, this is a prime example of what I've been trying to get at with people. You could come on here and build, and you ain't got to worry about the nonsense you don't need to worry about. And you can continue to keep doing what you've been doing. You came here with a agenda to build and do whatever, you can still do so. Give me 1 second. Whole ass niggas. My fault, y'all. But all in all, though, I think about that. How can you expect them to give the well praises of people or even listen to anything we got to say? We staying silent, especially on things that do matter to them. Because remember, it ain't just about us. It's a whole repeated cycle. We supposed to love and care enough for each other to make sure that our communities are staying the way it's supposed to stay. You know, and if we do want to see changes, we supposed to see them one way or another. Like on here, I support any and everybody that I know rock with me. I don't care if they got the biggest platform. Some people I know got way bigger platform than I do. Doesn't matter. I'm still about the support and the love at the end of the day. So that's just how I am, you know. And it goes to show people, come on here again and build in a multitude of ways, and you ain't got to worry about the felonious nonsense. And when you feel like you got to address something, you do what you do and keep it moving accordingly. It's really about it. Yeah, my bad. I'm walking through my job site right now. I always see something funny as soon as I walk in this bitch again. Black Ray, what's going on? Yeah, you got to take that into, real good consideration. You can't sit here and expect everything to change. You ain't really making those damn key moves to change. Yeah, definitely. Everybody show the birthday boy some love. Many many more blessings though, my man. So you got people on here, whether they content creators or they just supporters, they know what it really truly means to support. That's how it's supposed to be. Again, when you trying to build, supposed to support the right things, and that's really about it. Again, don't defer any dreams of anything, especially for these youth. So I'm telling you right now, a lot of them do want to see change in their community. A lot of them want their little programs and stuff back, whether you believe it or not. Not every kid is just trying to be a street nigga. Not every kid is trying to be a dope head, a drug addict, none of that. You got those who really want to see changes in their community. They tired of the violence. They tired of being robbed. They tired of a lot of things that they should be tired of, especially in those communities where you know for a fact. Um, should be fucking changing for the better. And again, it's sad that some of y'all crying mope about, oh, the babies are dying and this is that and third, but yet in the same token, y'all know what's going on and you ain't opening your mouths, you ain't saying shit. So again, how could you want to see a change if you ain't voicing your opinion? Straight up. Sorry, like it's it's like you double talking yourself. And again, how could you double talk something like that? You really want to see changes, you're gonna have to be a part of that change. And the changes start by actually standing up on the core, doing what's right, not just for you, but for the people in your community that you claim you love and care for. That's how that starts. You know? Hey, you try to lift each other up the best way possible. See, like we're here, and I'm gonna make this clear again, even for those who new to the channel. This is the vibes you're gonna get when you come here. Ain't gonna be no we hate each other, we going at each other. Nah. Everybody's in a cool, comfortable vibe. Don't matter if everybody cutting up. Don't matter what the situation is. And that's all we do over here too, is try to uplift each other in the best way. You know? You gotta be that way. But then again, you gotta start loving yourself too. Can't love yourself and try to love others. But you have to uplift each other too. You young adults are gonna have to uplift the teens. The teens are gonna have to uplift the youngins up under them. Just like the elders, just like it's a repeated pattern. It's supposed to go down that way from generation to generation. Supposed to be showing each other love the best way and trying to uplift and change things for the better. Yo, Sheed, what's going on, my guy? Realist, what's going on, bro? Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. Something that really needs to be done there. You can't expect somebody to have the utmost respect for you, or even you can't expect them to even have any type of love for you, respect for you, or anything. You're really not trying to be on that forefront with them. Some of them really want their hoods back. They want their communities back the way it was at. Some of them want to go out, go play. Some of them actually want to have a fun time without them worrying about somebody shooting, somebody stabbing, big ass fights going on, so on and so forth. Nobody wants that. And no kid should have to fucking go through that anyway. Again, some of you adults are gonna have to put these adults in their place. You know, some of these adults is messing up, you have to check them regardless. Because again, they supposed to be setting the examples. Mr. Management.
What's going on? Salute to you, Nate the Great. Thanks for having me. Salute to the chat.
What's going on, bro?
Oh man, this is a great topic. Great topic.
Yeah, bro, because it sparked it up because I was finding out about it. It had like 2 community meetings in my area. I wasn't able to go to both of them because unfortunately I had them night shifts. But I come to find out it was more of the youth that was trying to voice their opinion. I was like, well, where the fuck was the rest of the adults at? Like, you only had a small handful of adults and elders. Everybody else was more teens and younger kids. Like, what the hell is going on here?
I'm starting to think like what you're doing, what I'm doing, what the word is doing. That's the new media. That's the new way to get the word out about what we need to do from the old school to the new school. I think that the only way to bridge this now is through what you're doing right here, getting the message out every day. You know, you're doing a good job, Nate. And I appreciate what you've done for me, my channel, everybody. But we just got to keep on doing this and have patience because we want change in our community with people that look like us right now. But, you know, being older, we understand that it's going to take some time for people to resonate with the truth because for so long, they haven't even, they don't even know what the truth is.
Yeah, no, I know that part. It's gonna be a slow battle, but hey, it ain't nothing about it. It's just you gotta wake the people up regardless, one way or another. You're supposed to, because guess what? Again, how are we supposed to change the narrative on things? How are we supposed to bring real solutions if everybody's divided? That's why I said this morning with some of these youngins, they probably inspired some of these other ones like, yo, you gotta come to these meetings. You gotta do that all around the board. Because again, what affects one community could affect everybody's communities. That's why you gotta be at them town hall meetings a lot of times. And whenever you don't make them, a lot of times you know things you need, gotta try to bring it to these councilmen and whoever. And if they ain't trying to hear it, then when you get the chance to build the way you're supposed to build, you put a pot together and do something.
That's real talk.
That's how I feel it should go.
Yeah, that's how it should go.
You get tired of that. And I still was bugging out. I was scratching my head. I'm like, wait, what? Like even the adults that you would expect now, because this even threw me off, because even the adults I would have expected to go to those type of meetings, they wasn't there. I'm like, wait, what?
Right.
Like, what the hell going on here?
And it wasn't even that you were mad. It was just disappointing, huh?
Yeah, it's more than disappointing when you hear some of these people who you know for a fact is always in these meetings ain't there now. Like, what you mean they ain't about that? Like, what you mean they wasn't there? Because usually they'd have been the first ones in there, but nah, we ain't trying to go for this.
Right.
So, man, come
like
on.
My grandma and them.
Because some of these people have actually lived out here before it was even any damn apartment buildings. Shoot. Like they from the bungalow days, so some of them are going to have a damn opinion about it.
He said the bungalow days, y'all.
It's true. It was nothing but bungalows and shit out here before they started making these projects out here.
Yeah.
You gotta think about it. Those people are always going to be in these meetings because so many things have already changed. Some of it they stopped. Some things they couldn't stop.
Right.
But then again, you can't stop everything. It was only a small group of you, and everybody else is just divided or disbanded. Can't do nothing. I don't know. It's sad. It really makes you think, like, damn, like, are y'all giving up for real?
Kind of like got a sad and I got a sad and optimistic outlook, but I don't know the future. But I have a optimistic outlook too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not all the way sad yet.
No, but that's the crazy part, though.
I'm looking at like what I'm saying, Nate, is I'm looking at my kids, my girls, and I'm looking at how smart, you know what I'm saying, astute, attentive, you know what I'm saying, you know, that they are. And you know, they seem to be a little bit smarter, quicker, faster and able to analyze and process than we were as kids.
Yeah,
You
because
know, people,
some of it is because between technology and just you still in that era of the math where the math done changed up. So of course, some
yeah.
of the older folks ain't gonna be like, "What the hell is this? This ain't the math
Hmm.
I'm used to." Like,
Hmm.
but then you got some, like I said, you just technology and just overall reading. A lot of times, you'll get some of the things you need to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it really was a sad day because I said that, damn. Like I literally was looking and saying, hold up. The most boisterous people I know would have been at these events wasn't there.
Mhm.
And not once, but twice. I'm like, let me find out y'all gave up. Y'all just saying, oh, whatever happens, happens. So I ain't gonna lie to you, my hood been hot. Before this new year even got in, my hood been hot and active. That's why every other day y'all hearing sirens and shit. It still be active out here.
Huh. I feel you, man. I feel you on that. Definitely.
And on the certain things, you just be like, well, damn, it ain't gonna never change if you got people who want to stay silent on certain situations when they know they should be vocal about it. That's just like I was telling somebody. I said, if you know somebody out here, rather even it don't matter if they killing people or they just shooting people, you think you gonna feel safe? Like at some point, you either gonna have to do one out of two things. You either gonna have to get that person off the street, or you have to get them off the street the other way. And I know the other way, some of y'all ain't trying to go down that route. Popcorn, what's going on, my guy?
What's up, popcorn? Salute.
That's what I'm saying. You can't sit here and say you want the kids to be safe. You want the neighborhood to be safe, and you know it's people walking around killing people, or you know that people done killed people. You got information and you ain't even saying nothing. If you a civilian, you supposed to say something. Why withhold that?
Real.
You ain't
That's
in the
real
streets.
talk. That's real talk. That's real talk.
Because I expect street niggas not to say much of nothing because they gonna go about it accordingly because they live by that code. But for those who ain't in the streets, it ain't hard for you to open your mouth and say something. You can't be that fucking scared. And if you are that scared, then guess what that says about you? I think you should just move out of that area then because you was gonna allow everything. I'm sorry. You know what made me think about that too? I thought about the old episode of Rock, man. That, that
Oh,
drug dealer was trying to,
you talking about the one with the drug dealer in the neighborhood?
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember that show. That was an iconic show.
yeah,
We
man.
were
I
young
caught
then,
that shit the
huh?
other
We
day.
was young, huh, Nate?
Shit, I was younger than y'all, but I was young. Word, man. Nah, but see that right there was a clear example of you trying to bully me out of my shit. Nah, nigga, we ain't doing this. And that's how a lot of y'all gonna have to get. 'Cause you're gonna have people like that feel they got muscle or they feel they that untouchable. Nah, you gotta show them niggas they are touchable at some point.
Facts. Hey, we was talking about that on the word. There are consequences, you know? And a lot of these people in this generation, that's what I think it is, Nate the Great. Like a
Yeah,
lot of people are not experiencing consequences behind the things that they do. And all we can do is scream about the consequences that we used to get. But if
yeah,
we bring back consequences, you know what I'm saying? If you had to pay like fees, you know what I'm saying, and you had to come out your budget for your mistakes, people wouldn't make
yeah.
as many mistakes if it affected your pocket.
I wouldn't be surprised because
That would
I'm
be
gonna be
that
honest
would
with
be
you.
insanity. You know what I'm saying? If I get taxed every time I make a mistake in my budget, then I ain't gonna make that many mistakes, man, because I don't want to live the lifestyle of not having money. And if every
Yeah,
time you do something and the consequences for you to pay some bread, it'll change America.
yeah, but it probably would change to some degree. But
I
some
mean, like
people
if
ain't
you
gonna get
disparage
that.
somebody if you disparage somebody, you know, it's like defamation, but on a larger scale. Like you can't even do it publicly. You can't disparage people publicly. You can't, you know, give off bad vibes all the time. You know, you have to mix it in. And if you're not equal in your get down, you know, you can't just be all the way negative or just all the way positive. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good balance. And I think good communication comes with a balance. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, Chicky. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that like button for Nate.
Chicky. What's popping up on here? Oh man, we got Goblet Face. Going on,
My
good
guy,
Goblet?
man, it's the trifecta.
It's the raccoon face, bro. Get it right, man. Get it right.
My guys, these my guys right here.
Nah, you look more like the father of goblins because one just threw up on you. I know. No.
Every time I tune in, she throwing up on me, bro.
At least she ain't throw a pamper at you, bro.
My son did that earlier.
Hey, from all three of us, man. Happy birthday to you, James.
Word, man. Many more blessings, more life.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I was listening to Kalani, and we touched a bit on that last night. And I was talking to my wife this morning about that, and she made a good point. You know, I mean, we do need consequences for everything,
Facts.
but it's still gonna be people who, you know, it's still people who murder people knowing they gonna get the death penalty. You know.
And you can't change that. You can't
No,
change
you
that.
can't.
But those
But you can
borderline
slow it down.
those borderline people word, you know, that really out here making a living for themselves and their family and trying to create generational wealth. I mean, if you start messing with their budgets, they're going to change their behavior. Young or old.
See, look here. I can use this as a prime example. They were supposed to start putting into law. That's what they was talking about a couple years ago. They was going to start giving fines for anybody that was walking around with their pants sagging, right? That was supposed to be the next big thing. Like the first one's supposed to be a warning. The second time supposed to be a certain amount of money. Third time you can either get jail time because you going against bullshit right now. They ain't never do that though, and they was supposed to. And I'm like, this is another reason why you're not going to get a change on things, because you start implementing something, some of these people really get scared. Like, oh shit, they really going to do it, and then you don't do it. Like that would have been a good, in my opinion, that'd have been good, because half of these people are repeat offenders. They'd have been like, nah, I can't take this. I gotta do what?
The only reason I'm saying, fellas, is to implement more consequences is because if it keeps going like this, our people it's gonna get out of hand. You know what I'm saying? Because even though we're saying right now it's out of hand, man, just imagine 5 years from now if we keep on going like this with no consequences, you know? Because I'm looking at it in the money market. Like, man, if we keep on printing money with no checks and balances in order to get us back, then the dollar is just going to keep going down. And that's how I feel about our culture. If we just keep on just letting people do stuff with no financial consequence, then it's just going to keep on going until it hits you in the pocket.
Well, I won't be getting hit in my pockets. What I will be doing is hitting everybody else's pockets, though. I will be the great Robin Hood today. Oh, you had a nice little bit of change. Mine's now. Where that's going? You'll see where it's going, motherfucker.
Consequences. That's all you gonna hear. Consequences.
Like, come on, man. Yeah, that's about a good like $50.
You should have watched your mouth. You should have watched what you said. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but see, I remember back in the day, it was a certain thing. If the niggas wasn't taxing you, especially when they was really like into like as far as their community, we had dudes that wasn't playing that. You come in here and whatever, but the minute you start doing some next shit, we get you the fuck up out of here. We shipping you up out of here.
It ain't just like, you know, we can ask you, but then if you don't, then consequences.
Nah, the consequences was you was either gonna get beat the hell up and lost somewhere out here, right. Or you was gonna pay a nice little toll, nigga, next time you came through here because it wasn't gonna be no you coming through here with the rough shit.
Yeah, like we was touching on in the words chat, man. Like I remember when we used to get swats and paddling. Now we get timeout and stuff. I'm like, what?
Yeah, we ain't getting that timeout shit. I don't remember time. The only time I remember the timeout, it still wasn't no timeout. My timeout was nigga sit your ass in that corner with that book on your head. Nigga. They go your timeout right there. You wasn't gonna just be sitting there. Hold this. Matter of fact, since you over here, go read something. Don't turn on that TV, damn.
That's real.
I can't turn on nothing. No.
Consequences.
Yo, Alvin, what's going on? Red Eye, what's going on?
Hey, Red Eye, first of all, I'm so with you, bro. I'm so with you. And on top of that, I wish that we would do more, along with what you're saying, I wish we would do more reading. You know, like we could like create a culture where it's good to turn off the TV, the internet, you know, the computers and everything and read a book, you know what I'm saying? And get like, you know, indoctrinated with the internet so much. We need to learn, go camping and stuff like that. For real.
You motherfuckers ain't going no damn camping.
I have, and I can make, hey, word, can you make a fire? I can make one.
Bro, I go camping. We own like in Michigan, we got this is like a camp resort called Outdoor Adventures, and they got like 8 or 9 spots. So we got a membership there. So we go camping at least 6, 7 times a year. I'm from the woods, bro. I used to live literally in the backwoods. So starting fires is like second nature to me, bro.
Yeah.
I can start a fire with a condom, bro. I just started a fire once with a condom. Oh no,
What the hell? Boycott the blue sports. What the hell? The hell you talking about, old head?
Old head was in the military. You know how to start a fire with a condom, bro? Put the water in there and hold it up to the sun.
Let me think about
it. That bird's nest.
Let me think about that. No.
You know how to turn a Budweiser can into a laser gun. I know that much. Yo, Cherokee salute. Shout outs to everybody that popped in. Blessings to all the queens in the chat. We still in here for a little bit.
Hey, Kalani, you want to know another cool way? Always keep steel wool and a 9-volt battery with you.
Steel wool and a 9-volt battery. You're right. That could create a spark. You're absolutely correct.
Bro, I'm telling you, when it comes,
they got this thing on Amazon. Did you see it, Word or Nate? Did y'all see that thing where you could order it on Amazon and it's got the flint in there? It's got a lighter. It's got a light. It's got a compass. It's got a.
Yeah, I got 2 of those.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? You could. It's like a do-it-yourself outdoor kit. Like you could cut. It's strong. Can cut through wood and twigs and stuff like that.
That's what I got an ice pick for.
Okay.
I got my own survival technique. Don't worry. I got my own little technique.
I think I'm gonna say that as long as I have a TV YouTube channel. Bars, poetry drop.
Yeah, man. Like I'm not a prepper or nothing like that, but I'm outdoors. I truly believe that's what I was saying. Like people don't know how to read compasses. People don't know how to grow their own food. People don't know how to catch their own food. Like if something happened and everything shut down and we had to go back to nature, you know how many people?
Like Red Patriot said, man. Yeah, just like Red Patriot. And then you know what? I wonder, just as a poll, how many people are like Red Eye? You know, how many people are like that, like ready for like, hey, if the grid goes down, if, you know, the internet goes off, I mean, who's ready for that?
Bro, I can make a Baghdad battery. I can make a battery out of an orange or potato, bro.
That's what's up.
I'll laugh at them.
I'm sorry, it's just funny.
If the internet was to crash today, guess what I'll be doing, y'all? Besides working, going to sleep.
Hey, hey, tell me why that's the instant answer since I was a kid. When it gets everything gets all well, I'm going to sleep.
Because you done did everything for the damn day. Shoot. Like, nah, besides working, shoot, the internet was the crash, man. Just like the last time when everybody was crying about Facebook crashing. I was laughing. I said,
Me
ain't
too.
nobody gonna be live today. I was like, that's all I could do was laugh. Like, nobody gonna be live today. I ain't gonna be getting tagged in nothing. Oh shit. I was just like, yeah, good.
People was losing their mind.
Facts. Everybody like, yo, they call. I had mad people calling me, yo, son, yo, why Facebook down? I don't care. Let it be down. Shit, I hope it be down for like 3 more days. It was like, keep some of you niggas the fuck off here. And some of y'all the epitome of every 2 seconds. We don't care what you're doing every 2 seconds. Yo, I'm at the Waffle House. Yo, I'm at your mama house eating a barbecue sandwich. Yo, I'm with your girl right now. Shut up, nigga. We don't care. Like, come on, man. It's one thing to really be like, all right, I'm posting up something that I know I feel like posting up. But then y'all posting up every 2 to 5 minutes. It's like, damn, nigga, we know what the hell you did all day. We don't care what you did all day. So shit.
Tricky.
Yeah, Shiggy was out here wilding earlier in the cave earlier. Just wilding for respect. Don't worry, Shiggy. It's all good, baby.
She was dropping them poopies everywhere. Yeah, peach cobbler.
Like it was gonna be peach cobblers everywhere. Everybody step back.
Play that, bro. She had me crying. Yeah, the beaver exploded. Like, holy shit, what the hell is going on in here? I just came back in the chat too. Like, I don't know what the hell they talking about.
She'll be, I don't know, 9 out of 10. She'll be floating around somewhere. Wait a minute.
I hope she. I know how tough it is to get over like migraine headaches and stuff like that. I know how tough that could be. So, salute to you wherever you at, Perk. You know what I'm saying? We love you over this way. You know that.
Yeah, it's afternoon where she at right now. So, if she ain't getting her morning nap, well, she was in the chat earlier, I believe. Shout out to Quinn. We was in Quinn chat for a little bit. I don't know. She probably lurking around somewhere. Well, it's lunchtime, so who knows? He probably making some lunchies. I want some.
Hey, thank you for sliding through, Red Eye Patriot, man. One love, man.
Shiki, don't be sitting here trying to steal my words, baby.
I know, baby. I had to grab bars, poetry drop. I had to grab that.
No doubt, bro. You always know, son, you more than welcome, bro. Anytime you in here. You've been in here a couple times anyway, so like I said, I know people who even are good trolls, but they ain't doing no fuck shit, and I can respect that.
There you go.
I don't know about some of y'all other motherfuckers, though. I don't know about some of you other motherfuckers, but I met some good ones.
Hey, bro, your other channel, bro. The people for your other growing channel, Suge Nation. I love that, man. That just flows. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in the Suge Nation and I'm in the mob. And I'm with the word.
Oh man, love you, boy. Love you.
I'm in the mob. I'm part of Suge Nation. You know what I'm saying? I'm representing proudly. You feel me?
Man, listen, as long as I ain't gotta hang nobody off a balcony, we good, baby.
Yeah, that's where I feel like you are ether. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get ether. Rise up, Suge Nation. I'm about to roast somebody.
Oh, you want to talk about mothers? My office hours are from 9 to 5.
Hey Nate, was you in the chat last night when 22 came in there fucking with Lovey?
Oh
boy.
I was in the chat. I was off and on, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I was off and on sleep. I caught most of the live. I don't know what the hell happened. I woke up in somebody else's live. I was like, what the fuck happened? I was like, man, how long was I knocked out? I ain't even peeped that. 22, you better leave Lovey alone before she cut your ass, nigga.
Bro, I was telling him, he was like, I'm about to haze him. He was like, your pajamas match your pillowcase. She ain't have it. She went full throttle. No, she probably gave him 20%. That was probably 20%, 22, honestly. What she gave you was probably 20%. She was being nice.
And it was so cool because 22 was like, yeah, I was just joking. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going that serious. I'm not, you know what I mean? We good.
You can't do that with just anybody, bro.
Right.
Look, you just can't do that with just anybody. Some people chop your head off.
Yeah, but even 22 cool, man. He don't say nothing like offensive. Even when he joked, it's just some people you can't, if you don't know them, you can't joke with them. And she was already expressing some feelings about what she was going through on YouTube, and then he started joking, so she was already there. You know what I'm saying? Like if she would just came in and the conversation just open, she would have laughed it off. But she was already up there, because she was talking about what she'd been through already.
Yeah, man, you gotta know some things. You gotta know, man. Some people you're not just gonna really be able to come off with like that. See, like with me, I'm probably the only exceptions. I done said some shit to people I ain't know. Niggas like, I want to be mad, but that shit was too funny. You funny motherfucker. Like, I can't stand you. I know. But it made your day, didn't it?
But see, I'm like that too. Like if I don't know you, don't play with me. I don't know
That's
you.
right. That's right.
That's just how I am. And I tell people that, and I said nice the first time, like, bro, I don't even know you. Don't joke with me like that because I don't know your intentions. I don't know if you're
Right.
trying to be, just telling a joke or you really, trying to come at me. So I don't know you yet. So let's build a rapport. And then that's why I say I only joke with people that I like. That's why I call it in the jokes. Like I'm not insulting nobody. The worst joke I probably said was Nate got strung up by his bootstraps in Central Park by the raccoon, and they held him for ransom for a turkey sandwich. And they wouldn't give it. They wouldn't. They got mad because I didn't have no Dijon mustard on it, but I told them I had great coupons. So, but they let him
Wait,
go. So we
was I
got Nate
supposed to
back.
get mad? Was I supposed to
Uh,
get mad when your kids always double teaming you every day? That's the part of my day. I
no, bro, look,
won, regardless. I don't want to
bro,
hear that. I
bro. Let me tell you what happened. And then I was like, nah, I don't know how Nate got to him, but Nate set all this shit up. Bro, this happened like simultaneously. So I'm potty training my son. So I'm like, bro, did you just pee in your pull ups? I said, take the diaper off and go. We got a little toilet. And I say, go sit on the toilet. So as I'm saying that, I'm watching him take his diaper off. I look at my daughter, right? She got this big smile and then just throw up. And I move my face so it's like all down my chest. But as I'm moving my head back, I get hit inside of my son throws the diaper at me. Pissy diaper hit me inside of the face and I got throw up all over me. I'm like, God damn you, Nate. I know you set that shit up, bro. I get slapped with a pissy diaper and get vomited on at the same time. That's
I
some shit
did.
you be saying.
I did set it up. I told you, son. I got mind control over your kids. They be like, shut the fuck up. I be quiet, but when they throw up, they be right back on you.
Hey y'all,
Queen of the
real,
whole
hey,
damn thing.
real
What's going
quick,
on?
man. Queen of the whole damn thing. BFF is in the building. One love to you, man. Always.
Yeah,
See you
22. I'm
old head
getting
said they kicking on that ass, ain't
And now my daughter just woke up looking at me like, go back to sleep till your mama get home.
Hey
Go
y'all,
go
you know
back to
what?
sleep.
You know
Don't
what? When I
smile
see,
at me.
you know what the queen, you know what she just did? She made me think about like when I see certain people pop into the chat, it made me feel a certain type of way. I'm gonna make drops for like you, Nate, you the word, you BFF. I'm gonna make drops for certain people. Like when they walk in the building, I'm about to play that drop.
What's going on, loyalty? I see y'all in here. I see
I
all
got
the
the
beautiful
perfect.
queens in the building.
I got the
I'm
perfect
sorry
one
y'all
for me.
couldn't get y'all Club Nate tonight. Sorry you couldn't get Club Nate tonight. I know some of y'all want to shake your tail feathers and find your little glass slippers. We got that tomorrow though. We back on that tomorrow though.
You hungry?
You know she hungry. She gonna throw up on you again. Like you keep playing. No, like, you keep playing.
Hey, let me drop down, bro. Let me get this little girl together. I appreciate you letting me up, though, bro.
And you already know, bro. Anytime the panel open, y'all more than welcome, man.
Yes,
I
sir. I'm gonna
don't bite
drop
nobody
down as
head, bro.
well. I'm gonna drop down as well. Get ready for this Kings Knicks game. We about to be number 2 in the West, so I'm really excited about that. I hope everybody in the chat hit that like button, man, and let's support Nate.
Hold on, the Kings will be number
let's
2.
support the Kings losing. Cause I don't know. I'm not a Knicks fan, but I'm
not
not a
gonna
Knicks fan, but I don't see
Not
the Kings
tonight.
winning tonight.
Not
I
tonight.
don't see
Not
the Kings
tonight.
winning.
Not
Hold on,
tonight.
you talk about they in line for the number 2 draft pick?
No, we're in
Nah, they talking about
this is the first time. It's the reason why Kings fans are so excited. We ain't had a season like this in 16 years, man.
yeah,
I
you
mean, we
ain't
got
had a
an
season like
NBA
that since
record,
Chris
man. We
Webber
got
and
the
them.
NBA record. Yeah, we got the NBA record for longest drought without going to the playoffs. So we not even tripping on the play-ins now. We're tripping on the playoffs and going deep. I think we could possibly get to the second round right now. I'm pushing it.
What season are they
We
in
shall
now?
see.
I'm pushing it, huh?
Yeah, you pushing it because the
Yeah,
last time they was in
I'm
the
pushing
playoffs,
it.
matter of fact, it wasn't no Chris Webber. The last time they was in the playoffs, they got bumped out in the first round. They got boop, 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 boop.
It
I was
was
like,
with Chris
damn,
Webber. It was with Chris Webber and them, and we got to, that's why the LA and Sacramento rivalry is, because we got to 7 games, and yeah, they did it to us. But like I said, man, too much Kobe.
Oh man, nah, but man, listen, that's how it's supposed to be. Y'all supposed to be enjoying y'all evenings as such. Well, you ain't enjoying your evening because we know what's gonna happen.
Light the
Hoop
beam,
stains and
bro.
baby
Light
food
the
everywhere.
beam, homie.
Are they really the number 2 seed in the West?
Yeah, man. After all this time, because we was
Are
thinking
you
that we was.
serious?
Yeah, I was
Who the
thinking.
hell is on that team?
We was thinking that Denver, you know what I'm saying, Portland was gonna turn it on, you know what I'm saying. But we have had 2 4-game winning streaks. We only lost 1 in between. I mean, dang, bro, we rocking. We
Who
got the
is
coach
on
of
the
the year,
team?
huh?
The only thing I know is was DeAndre Fox.
De'Aaron Fox, yeah, and then we got Sabonis. We got him from Indiana.
Oh
And then
yeah,
we picked up Keegan Murray, who's our
Nah,
rookie.
because y'all needed some big pieces, man. Because
Yeah, we
y'all
did.
had a
I like
decent
We got
small ball
Malik
squad.
Monk. We got Malik Monk from the Lakers, which is excellent. Him and De'Aaron actually played in college together in
yeah.
Kentucky. And then we got let me see, coming off the bench, we got Davion Mitchell. They call him Off Night. You know what I'm saying? Because he's always he's a defensive specialist. They won the Baylor championship before he got drafted.
But Sabonis is a 4. Who playing the 5?
But Sabonis
They
is
got
our
him
5.
playing the 5.
And check this
Yeah,
out,
not
y'all.
because
He
the bonus
playing
like
like a
7 feet,
joker.
bro.
He playing like Giannis. I mean, he
He
playing like
he light he light
Joker,
work
man.
though.
Yeah, he playing like a
Sabonis,
lower, he's got a little bit more skill things that he needs to do, but he plays he runs the team. But De'Aaron, you know what I'm saying? De'Aaron is the man, but Sabonis sets the tone.
like I know he can shoot, but he can shoot and he can pass too. He
Yeah, he's
actually
a
a good
great
passer.
passer. Yeah, he's a great
I just
passer.
thought he was light in the butt though. I thought he wasn't. I don't know. I didn't even really watch it. I haven't watched basketball really this season.
Yeah, we about to be on in like 10 minutes. But I was just, hey man, thank you for having me, man. I definitely appreciate you, bro. Like, this is a great bill. It's a great bill.
That's how it's supposed to stay. And I'm
Yes,
going to
sir.
keep it that way. So.
Yes, sir. Peace and blessings, y'all, my guys. All right.
All
You
right,
already
brother.
know, bro.
All right,
You
it's a
already
good
know
man.
anytime.
I'll
Oh
probably
man.
pop back in, bro. I'll get her to sleep if you still on.
All right, no doubt.
All right, bro.
Passed a law that allows country clerks to refuse marry same sex. Wait. Representatives passed a law that allows county clerks to refuse to marry same sex, transgender, and mixed race couples if they disagree with the union. Uh, man. But then again, you're gonna have states like that that's gonna be on it like that, James. Because some people are really not trying to have that. Sorry to sound like that, but some people just ain't gonna be with that type of that type of union. You're gonna have some people who are really in a religious shit like that. So you're gonna get shit like that hand in. And again, it's not that nobody wants to accept certain things, but again, some people just ain't looking for that. They're not. We put this back up here again. Prime example. I'm gonna use that football player that came out the closet before. I think he came out on draft day. If he would have just kept his mouth shut, he probably would have been all right. Like give a couple years, let him would have did whatever, and then came out. They probably would have accepted him. He probably still would have had a job and all of that. But you did that on draft night, so of course that messed him up right there. Damn, I forgot son's name. But it was like, damn, bro, why you just ain't wait? And if that was the case, you should have been came out and said something way before time. Like, you got to be mindful. Some of these states are just not going to tolerate it. They not. That's why I'm saying the thing is they trying to push in all these different states. Half of these states ain't going to go for it because they are really that liberal about shit. Like, nah. Like, again, kids shouldn't have to be taught anything along those lines, and they don't even know what their next meal going to be. Now, I can see them saying that if you wasn't going to marry people, you wasn't going to marry. Well, if you say you wasn't going to marry anybody, including straight couples, then that'd be a problem. Exactly. But it's just saying, like, it's some things that as much as people want to try to make it normal, is not never going to be normal. You can't get mad about that. Isaac, what's going on, my guy? Nah, you definitely. You see almost everything is the same thing. You don't see two boys sniffing each other or trying to get up on each other. Now they might sniff up, make sure what's what. Especially if there's just a new. I got a new boundary right now. Let me make sure this. All right, I'm good. They ain't gonna. Oh, nah. And so you got to expect that. You're not gonna be too inclined with certain things. You already got an agenda that means hard to the daily, and now you want to just keep. No. Some states are gonna fight back. And some states really are that devout about it. Like, no, they are really to old traditions. So they ain't gonna want to just say, yeah, let me marry these two. I don't care how much they love each other. And then if you want to be technical, like I said, there was no rings back in the day. So when people got married, this was their marriage. They picked the person they was going to have a family with and stood with them. I don't feel a ring is necessary if you've been with somebody long enough, and if you got kids with them, you are technically already common law married. Love it. What's going on, girl? Say that's because it's impossible for them to have it. It's the same way it's impossible for two male dogs to have sex. It's just impossible. But you got people that want to believe in what they want to believe in, and hey, I can't say much, but the only thing I can say is there's certain things in certain states they ain't gonna be with. So y'all gotta be prepared for that. You know, they're gonna pick and choose what they feel is right and wrong, and they're gonna pick and choose what they feel should be promoted and not promoted. I don't know. I just, I told somebody that one day. I really was like, damn, how y'all really think certain things are going to pan out when you got people who are really stern on keeping that moral balance intact? Some of these churches are going to allow marriages of the opposite sex, so on and so forth, because they part of that damn that circle that I was talking about. You're gonna, if you don't want to lose your money and your funding for whatever, you're gonna play nice. And some of these establishments are really gonna be stern on not met. Nope, we're not doing this. What? This ain't happening here. You better find another place. Ain't gonna happen here. They trying to set back a lot of things, James, but guess what? Some of this stuff need to be set back in time again. We can accept certain things, but again, you trying to marry the no. Sorry, it's just, it's not natural. And then again, you still show confusion to those because kids should be like, wait a minute, you got two what? How did that work? You got two mothers, you got two fathers? Wait, how did that work? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They trying to bring back a lot of things that we know for a fact was almost like a war setter to a degree. They doing that shit on a daily. Certain things I can see them doing because again, you want to try to set the moral boundaries, especially for the youth. Again, when you get a certain age, you make whatever decision you want to make, but you still got to remember there's people up under you that are looking up to you. If you ain't setting that best example, what the hell? What are you saying? Yeah, I gotta catch. Did this afternoon. I gotta catch the other two that I missed. I'm scrolling down all these damn notifications I missed. Son of a bitch. But it's the truth. They trying to do a lot of things and trying to set certain things back in motion. But then you got other things that's never going to be set back in motion because the people are already awoke and got knowledge on what's going on. Honda Mommy, what's going on, sis? Niggas, I was slapping with my draws. Oh, man. Oh, but it's the truth. Again, when people ain't voicing their opinion, they ain't fighting back, what you expect. But then again, you gotta expect that in certain states. They really are still with that old time shit. Like, we not accepting this, so we damn sure not doing this. But if the people would rise up together and just really be on accordance with things, shit will change. Yeah, if y'all haven't done so by now, drop links, show each other some love. Do appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Tonight was going to be poetry night, but since I'm in a position at work, I'll be able to really sit back the way I wanted to. So I might try to do that tomorrow night. But the main thing you got to remember too is just stand up and shouldn't take young people to be the ones really on the forefront when we're supposed to have everybody on the forefront. There are a lot of things we know we could change if we really be a vocal part of what the hell we need to be a vocal part of. Can't complain about certain things if you ain't going to really be on it. That's like if you trying to stop certain establishments from coming in your community that you know could definitely bring instruction, you supposed to stand up on it and make sure that they don't try to make no boots on the ground doing anything. But once you don't, guess what? Now they feel like they want to red. Oh, they ain't fighting back? Okay, good. we're gonna continue on with these plans, we're gonna continue to do this. Who wanna go through all of that? I'll drop the link again in case anybody else wanna pop up. But it's just crazy. Because again, what are you gonna sit there and cry about when you ain't trying to make the best things happen? Some of y'all say y'all tired of seeing the violence and you tired of seeing the young people dying. Well, some of y'all not even trying to really help them in the best way. Some of them know they just confused and they just need a little guidance. And those that you know need the guidance and possibly want to do something good, you're supposed to make sure you a vocal part of that. You know, you got to really put your ground, really make some. Because how can some of these kids even morally respect you if you ain't going to stand up? That's like you letting somebody beat up on your sister in front of you. You don't do shit. You look how everybody going to look at you. You know, damn near everybody going to have something to say about that. Like, man, nigga, you just sat there and let that happen. You know, and that's the truth. Gotta really stand up on shit, man. Yo, Rich, what's going on, my guy? Definitely have fun in the cave earlier, man. And again, y'all drop links and show each other love, and you know, it is what it is. And I think some people just ain't going to never try to stand up because they ain't never been battle tested. Everything has either been easy for them or non-confrontational. But sometimes you're going to have to get confrontational, especially if it's for the better of your community. You're going to have to sometimes because you want to see the right things happening, period. Yankee, what's going on, my guy? Doing good as usual. Blessed to see another day and another evening as always. You know. And again, for those who are blessed to see another day, y'all need to really get into accordance. Stop allowing certain things to continue to happen when you can make the changes necessary to try to eliminate it. You ain't going to do that and you ain't saying a bunch of nothing. And you're going to continue to have the same old repeated patterns until you really get into accordance. Old head, you a Budweiser can that should have been thrown out in the garbage, but we recycled you. Don't come up here with no new names, man. Old head get the Budweiser Can Awards. Yeah, I ain't forget about that. I will be I will be presenting the award to Old Head. Don't worry. Nice little speech for your ass. Don't worry. Keep telling you, don't go there. I'm not playing with a full deck. I ain't take my meds. It'll be trouble. Trouble. Oh man. Yeah, we could have just tossed you. Could have just tossed that Budweiser can in the garbage, man. We couldn't. We could use it for a bomb. I don't know. We could use it for a few things. I don't know. Oh man. But all in all, if you don't have love and compassion and at least some sort of strength within yourself, you can't have it for your community. And if you know you really want to make changes and see changes, you're gonna have to be out there. It shouldn't just be the youth out there. It shouldn't just be the elders. Everybody should be in accordance. Get it together. Appreciate you, bro. That part right there, though, is gonna be trouble. Trouble. Think about that though. This is something that really kind of threw me off because again, it's not just here. You know, I heard one or two people from other states saying that same thing. Like, yo, why it seems like some of the youth are more involved than the adults? Like, what's going on here? Did some of y'all give up and just say, fuck it, let the hood be what it is, or let these communities rot in hell? Nah, shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be no selfishness, shouldn't be none of that. Again, you're supposed to be trying to stand up and trying to salvage what you can salvage, especially for those future generations. And if you know you can try to make something work, make it work. Even if you got to take some time to do it, do it. Again, slow building is better than no building. And things in life that you should compromise, it will be better if you compromise it. You know, with certain things that's going on, you know, there's people that are doing the utmost. And if you're a civilian, hey, you got all rights to do what you do as a civilian. You ain't living by no street code, so you shouldn't have to worry about no street consequences. Sorry. I always told somebody it's sad that even when the citizens know stuff and could say something, they are so scared. And I could have swore you're not supposed to fear nobody but the man upstairs himself. How could you honestly fear anybody? And if you standing up on the right of courtesies and if you put God first, trust me, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. That's what some of y'all have to realize that. You're gonna have to realize that. You ain't gonna stand up, you giving up. Guess what? These kids gonna give up. These kids are gonna be the future, right? But well, they gonna be the future thinkers, the future creators, or they gonna be the future gangbangers and the future drug dealers. That's what you gotta ask. You know, and in my opinion, it's a nightmare. Because you got some of these people who actually want to see better and be better. But how can they do that if they're in an area where it's too impoverished? You don't even know when your next meal coming. You don't know if you're going to possibly have to go out there and do some stuff you shouldn't have to do just to put something on your table. And when y'all robbing these people of opportunities to really try to build and grow, it says a whole lot. Take that into consideration again. The adults, I'm not saying all of y'all, but some of y'all are not moving where y'all supposed to be moving. And if you got kids, you got people that's around your kids, how they gonna look up to you as any type of a figure if you ain't standing up or nothing? It's time to show and prove now. In the same way these youngins could pop up at these meetings and can voice their opinions, you adults should be able to do the same thing. It doesn't make you a dweeb. It doesn't make you less of a person. No, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing for your community as you should. It goes right back to what I was saying earlier. I could use that episode of Rock as a prime example. You ain't just going to let somebody come into your home and tell you what you're going to do and what you're not going to do in your community. If anything, you're supposed to stand up on that. No, I will not be doing this at all. And if I got to show you every day that I'm not afraid of you, I'm not giving in, that's what you got to do. Yeah, oh heck, cause you still over there on the other side of the world, so of course it's during the daytime over there. I'd expect the kids to be outside playing. They ain't gotta worry about too much. Didi, what's going on, baby? Yeah, they won't, and that's the sad part about it. Some are not going to stand up because they feel it's not going to affect them, or it's not going to affect their family, or it's not going to affect anything around them. But then when they get that stern realization effect, it could impact us. Now it's going to be too late. Telling you, you just gonna have to figure something out. So, this is getting real spooky out here. Again, for some of you else, y'all need to be up there. No doubt, Regina. No doubt. I know some of y'all did vacation, but it is what it is. It always like that. Nigga said killing that damn cinnamon toast crunch. I don't know, but you wanna give these kids something to look forward to in life. You definitely want to give these young adults something to inspire to, and you want to show some of the elders that look, we came up under you, we kind of fumbled the bag a little bit, but we got it back right. That's how it's supposed to be. Again, you can't sit here and cry about nothing if you ain't gonna do nothing. I could use it in a simpler term. You got a neighbor that's in music and getting on your nerves. You trying to sleep, or you gonna continue to bitch, or you gonna continue to go through the drama, or you gonna address it. If you don't address it, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna have the same issue every night. I only had that situation one time in my building. I had a neighbor that would not shut up with the music. I only knocked on that door one good time, and I woke them up out their sleep. Y'all can do me a favor. Certain time, cut the music down. Appreciate you. I ain't had to get crazy or violent. I could have. But I said, nah. Let people calm a lot of times. They ain't gonna be no need for you to get wild up for what? I came to you calm. I didn't come to your house with a gun. I ain't come to your house with a knife. Sure, I ain't beat none of y'all up. So again, I ain't had to come at you violent. A lot of times, some people ain't gotta come at you violent. You gotta understand and respect when people ask you something one time. Respect it. And you got some kids that feel like they don't just in their community. They want to make a difference worldwide, and why should they be stopped? Just like with some of the adults, why should they be stopped? If they trying to make the right possible moves that could benefit everybody, who are y'all to stop it? I just find it funny in life that the main people that are crying, the main people that are not even on accordance. Said respect is earned and it's also given. But it shouldn't be earned or given if you ain't doing nothing to try to help. Am I going to respect somebody who's talking a good game, or am I going to respect somebody who's making something happen? Trying to change that dynamic, like I said. And when you don't, ain't nobody going to respect you. Ain't nobody even going to rock with you. Only people that's going to rock with you are those who are in that same boat. They wasn't trying to help. They ain't going to try to help. And there do need to be consequences of certain things that happen, especially if you're trying to keep your community in a decent manner. Y'all want certain things to happen, you're gonna have to do it. If you own a business, you don't want the ruffians and everybody else in here, you gotta let them know, look, can't be here with it. I don't care where y'all go at, but y'all can't be in front of it. And you gotta stand firm. You're gonna have some people who want to be ignorant. Oh, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. This is my block. Nigga, show me something with your name on it. Show me a deed, property deed, anything with your name on it, and I'll kindly let you sit out here and chill. If you can't produce that, you have to go. A lot of y'all gonna have to just really get vocal with them regardless. Nah, but it's the best possible logic. Go ahead, because guess what? Again, if you run a business, I'm quite sure you ain't gonna run a whole bunch of youngins sitting in front of your area, smoking, drinking, listening to this music, being disrespectful, probably scaring people off, busting drug sales, so on and so forth in front of your establishment. Or even coming into your establishment to do certain things like that. You ain't gonna want that. You're gonna have to stand up on that. Once they get the notion that nobody's playing around, they got no choice but to respect it. I seen it happen once or twice in my area. Niggas thought they was just gonna be sitting in here and flooding the front of the store and so on and so forth. And them niggas every other day, if they ain't call the cops, they was coming at these niggas. Like, y'all gotta move. You're not gonna be doing this. I don't care what you doing. You can't offer me nothing to try to do anything. You can't offer me anything to shut my mouth about it. It's either you gonna respect my establishment or we gonna have this problem every day. That's what's gonna need to happen. In order to combat certain things, you're gonna have to combat it. A lot of times you're gonna have to deal with the youth on that term because some of them are in the streets already and they wilding out. So when you know what, go get your OG. And you can tell him the same message I told y'all. Y'all can't be in front of him. You gotta take a stand. If you don't stand on that, you ain't gonna stand for shit. And you're gonna continue to allow the same things to affect and plague your area. Don't say nothing. If ain't nobody gonna hit the link, I ain't gonna keep y'all all night. But this was definitely a good conversation. And before I go, I am going to say this again to some of you brothers and sisters who have found yourselves in this position of actually getting some money. When you in the public eye, always remember the things you say or do, they will be used against you at some point. And if you out here wilding for respect, you can only expect the same type of bullshit to happen. You're going to get nothing but your name dragged in the mud and all of that. So again, be humble. You was breaking your neck to get out of these dire situations, to get out of these areas, and you want to stay out of these areas, start doing the right things accordingly. Stop trying to prove to the world that you're something. You already proved to the world and proved to the people that's in your area that you can make something out of nothing. Now it's just about you keeping it and keeping yourself whole. You can't do that. I don't know what to tell you. But this was a definite good area to talk. And I do appreciate those who did tune in. You're always going to get combos like this over here. And that's the one. You're always going to get those combos because it's needed. I could have been giving y'all anything else content-wise. Important content we need right now. And we need to let the people know. And we need to wake the people up. And we need to show the youth that there are still people out there who actually care. So this is what's going to be presented over here, especially for those who are new here. And if you can't deal with the topics, you can't deal with what we're trying to do, I'm not holding you here. I'd rather have real love than somebody showing me fake love. But again, y'all are going to have to buckle down. You're going to have to. If you was able to get yourself in a high position where you could possibly try to make changes, do so and be humble about it. And a lot of y'all need to stop trying to prove that you street or stop trying to prove that you tough when you in the public eye. That shit is over. If you was a real nigga in the streets and now you done went from that transition to making the money, getting to the bag, leave all that street shit out of it. But see, for some of y'all, it's hard because you so tied in and you figure, yeah, regardless to what, yeah, I'm still going to be no. When you make that transition, you are no longer just a regular hood booger. You in the public eye now. So anything you say or do, mostly anything that you do, that shit will get misconstrued or that shit will get blown out of proportion in the media. You know this. Just think about it. When you get to that stage in your life, you shouldn't want to bring back all the negative. You did so much to escape the negative. Why bring it back into your life? Why bring it back into your existence? That's like you being rich just to come back to the hood and stay in the hood. Nah, you rich. That means you know things are going to be different. You know people ain't going to see you the same because all they see is money. You want to be on your best guard and you just want to be on point with everything going on moving forward. Don't get it twisted. You do have some rich people who do live in their own hoods. But that's because 9 out of 10, they probably one of them major figures that are actually doing something good for their community. So, of course, they get to live and do what they do. And plus, they got the right people around them that's making sure that that's what's happening. Hey, this is what you're going to get. No doubt, bro. I'm going to come check out a few of y'all and I'm done with this. Because this was an area of conversation that definitely needed to happen. It's all good. It's all good, Tay. You ain't missed too much. But again, when you get to that bag, and I don't care, male or female, once y'all get to that desired bag that you've been trying to get to, if that's what you desiring, supposed to make sure you stay humble and stay afloat. It's not about you attaining the wealth. It's about maintaining and sustaining. You can maintain some money for a little bit, but if you ain't got the right ingenuity and the right brain structure, you can have that money for maybe half a day or maybe a week, and then that should be gone because you wasn't prepared and focused to do what you was supposed to be doing. It's time to change that. It's definitely trying to change that. That mindset of, yeah, now that I'm getting rich, I don't gotta fucking, man, listen, you are still under the watchful eye. So again, you could do certain things and it could go under the radar, but there are gonna be things you do that could be a major influence on keeping that bag. And if you messing up, let's say endorsements and everything, what you gonna do then? Once you mess up endorsements with certain companies, it ain't gonna be looking good for you because then anybody else that try to have dealings with you, they gonna probably already have wind of what happened the last time or what happened that your prior deals never went down the way they were supposed to went down. And that's what you're supposed to do, Tay. That's what most people fuck up at because some of y'all be praying hard to the Most High. Oh, if you let me get out of here, I promise I'm gonna do this, is down the third, and I ain't gonna never. And then the minute you get that damn opportunity, some of y'all show your whole true self. You think if I came across $200 million, I ain't gonna try to at least make sure I flip that shit. Fuck out of here. I'm gonna flip it, invest, do what I gotta do. Because again, I want that money coming back. So you gotta think about that. You're not gonna you're not gonna be humble, really be on accordance. You want to have a hard fall. And how you get up, it may depend. You might get up with no bruises. You might get up with a whole bunch of them. But if you get up, make sure you stay up. That's what you're supposed to do. Facts, really. Some of these people they should have never gave money to because if you didn't know how to handle it then, you don't know how to handle it now. Think about it. You giving somebody something that they ain't used to. How you think they're gonna react? First thing they're gonna do is go out crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna go buy this. I gotta go buy this chain. I gotta go buy this car. Like the things you're supposed to think about. Once you acquire that money, yeah, you gonna want you a nice house. You're gonna want you a nice little setup. You're gonna want you a nice little practical car too, as you're supposed to. Everything else, you don't need to worry about. I don't need that $3,000 suit. I don't need that $100,000 chain. I don't need none of that shit. That shit is monetary things. Might not even be worn no more. It might be given away at some point. And then why put yourself in a position where you looking like a plate of food and everybody about to start eating? Gotta think smart. Don't settle yourself for less, man. Just remember that when you get to that desired bag or you get to that good point in your life, don't forsake your core values. Always remember to stay intact. And when you feel you ain't got it, you better give that praise to the Most High. Because he'll definitely get you out of a bond that nobody else can at times. Time for y'all people who are getting the bag and starting to mess it up because of your street ways. It's time for y'all to grow up. You're no longer in the streets. You no longer need to act like you still coming from a struggle. You ain't struggling no more if you got mansions, cars, and all this other shit aligned for you. Endorsements, all these other guaranteed monies. You can't mess that up. If you're gonna mess it up, there's no need for you to even worry about trying to make it to the top because we already see you can't make it without a little couple dollars. You ain't gonna be able to make it with no big money. Say, I know that part, but see, this the part too. Remember, some of these people they doing the flashy shit, but guess what? You can't be flashy and you ain't even got a fucking pot to piss out of. How you gonna be walking around with a $3,000 outfit, sneakers, and all of that, and you barely got a you barely got a bed to sleep in? That's where people got the thing messed up. No, we was flashy. Yes, we was doing what we was doing. That was in our culture. But see where they got the culture messed up. How you gonna sit there and try to value something that you know is just monetary? Y'all putting more value on the physical items than you putting on the spiritual items. Your spirit and your soul should never be compromised. Not for no damn dollars. I'm sorry. Yeah, nah, that's messed up. But see, you had two houses, but one of those houses could have waited. You could have sat there and tried to spend you some money the proper way. All right, I brought a house. Now I need to try to make some investment so I can make things work. Because some of y'all are going to come across that nice little check. But then we seen stories. Some people say, oh, I got my first check and I spent it on. The first thing you hear, you be like, all right. Sometimes you might hear, all right, I brought a crib, I brought a car, all right, as you're supposed to, because you're going to need a house and you're going to need your transportation. But what else did you buy or what else did you invest in? And some of these people really don't have no real investments. That's why I said if you're going to be flashy, you got to at least have something else to show for it. See, back in the day, we was able to do all that flashiness. We was able to be in style because we still had other avenues where we was going to be good. Things changed so much, man. You know, like, come on. Changed too much. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with looking good and showing a little pride in yourself. Don't get it twisted. But then again, don't show too much pride and you really ain't got much to show for it. Again, you can't sit here and have a whole expensive ass outfit and you probably sleeping crib to crib in somebody's crib. You know, like you gotta be mindful of things. You gotta live within your means. Like I said, every day we find out something different. Oh shit. Uh, my bad, y'all. I just got distracted. Apparently, I gotta fill out a report. I knew something was gonna happen tonight. Always something on this damn job. But you know, we learn something different every day. But some of the stuff we learn, it ain't really resonating with us now because we ain't really in that time. We ain't in that mind state no more. There's nothing wrong with trying to be your best self. But the only thing wrong about it, you got to be humble because just as soon as you get it, you could lose it. I could be the flyest nigga today and be the bummiest nigga tomorrow if I fuck up and do some wrong shit. You know, always take that into consideration because it's not just you. That man upstairs made it possible. Because if he didn't make it possible, you wouldn't be here. If you know you're able to do what you need to do, start doing it. if you was blessed to get to that proverbial bag, don't lose it because you want to show everybody you tough. You want to show everybody that this is what you really about. Don't do that. How about you continue to be yourself, be humble, and let things happen naturally? No, like Tay, listen, you know what I was talking about. No, I'm saying you can have everything that you want today, and tomorrow that shit could be gone. Especially if you wasn't being humble. Yeah, you could get a crib for a certain amount of money. You could get a car for a certain amount of money if you're practical. And sometimes we gotta learn to be more practical instead of just being flashy. It's nothing wrong with being flashy when we know we got it and we could, you know, sustain it. But if you could barely even keep a car note or keep a car in your fucking possession, how you gonna really be flashy on anybody? Again, it does go back to them humble beginnings, and some of y'all gonna have to remember that. Even when you are at that top of the mountain, remember them humble beginnings, because when you didn't have it, you wasn't able to act like this. You know. But always remember this too. If you was fortunate enough to make it out of your dire situation, you supposed to be the blueprint for some of these people who are trying to do the same thing. Show them that you could do what you have to do, keep your morals intact, and you could still be that person. You could still make a difference one way or another. You know. Nah, some people are gonna be like that, bro. Cause trust me, your boy done had some money at one point, but I ain't have to get all crazy. I brought what I needed, and everything else I was keeping in accordance as I was supposed to. When you young with money, you ain't gonna be that stupid. But it's just the same thing I was talking about. Don't put yourself in a position where now you looking like a liability. And you don't have to put on this persona that, yeah, you a thug and you gonna bang out for yours and all this extra shit. No. And if you the right type of person, if you smart, you got people for that. You and a public guy, you supposed to have everybody that you know is gonna be down for whatever. Because again, you supposed to be the one that's quote unquote making a difference for everybody. Why put yourself in that position? Gotta ask yourself that. Why put yourself in a position to where you can lose your money and possibly your freedom or your life? I believe once you get to that proverbial bag, the same money you spending on frivolous shit, you should be spending on security or spending on what you need to spend it on. And put the rest away for a rainy day. Because some people you could give money to, and they still gonna be the same people day in and day out. They ain't gonna change them. But you got some people, you give them a little bit of money and a little bit of fucking shine. They let that shit go straight to their heads. But again, another public service announcement. You quote unquote big time ballers that just got to this bag, that left the hood and claim you ain't trying to go back to the hood. Don't do nothing stupid where your ass can end up back in the hood. So I can tell you. I done seen one or two people who made it from my hood that should have still been doing something. One was supposed to be biggest basketball star, fucked himself up. Another one was supposed to be getting into the movies and everything, fucked himself over. And then we got stories of people who we know could have been potential NBA stars and anything else, but they wouldn't leave the fucking streets alone. That's the thing with some of y'all. Y'all gotta understand that you do have a talent lying somewhere in you. Some of us have multiple talents. I'm gonna say mostly everybody has multiple talents, but you gotta find what your niche is, and if that niche don't work, then you go to the other option and make it work. Nah, I know that part too. You got some who feel like they above you because they got a little bit of money and a little bit of status, but guess what? You still a human being at the end of the day. You still bleed, breathe in, and all this other shit the same way I do. You ain't nothing but just a person with some money. That's it. So I heard some people say the dumbest things. Man, I get this money, I'm quitting my job. Okay. Now, when you quit your job, are you going to have a backup? Because when you decide to use that money and do what you're going to do with it, if you ain't on the board with anything you was trying to do, I don't think you should be quitting anything. Because again, I watched one person thought they was gonna quit their job because they hit them numbers, and come to find out it was a fucking 5-way draw. So whatever you thought you was getting, you wasn't getting much of nothing. So you gotta be mindful. Even when you are destined to get that great bag, keep yourself humble. And always remember to think smart, think logical. You'll be okay. You can't do that, you're gonna suffer and fall every time. Yeah, tell you there are some people who are like that. Whether they millionaires or whether they thousandaires, whatever you want to call it, you got some people who, if they are getting the big bag, they are the most humblest people. Because if they came from that background where I can make it, I made it without no money, I can make it with money. You know, they ain't gonna never lose their moral compass. Realist, look, even that is a damn good venture. Even if you were serious about it, that is a good venture. Because again, who don't like entertainment? But you know, this was definitely just a good combo for the night, you know. And again, I'm gonna try to do poetry night tomorrow night. I just really couldn't get comfortable the way I wanted to at work. So I ain't gonna hold y'all the rest of the evening. I'm about to try to eat into this quote unquote lunch. But I'll be running around here supporting. Be running around here doing these streets. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout outs to the replay gang. Shout outs to the Shadow Watchers really rocking with you. You already know what it is. For everybody that was in attendance tonight, love is love, and it will always be reciprocated as such. Y'all ain't have to be here, but you was, and that was the most important thing. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm gonna continue to do is build. Definitely gonna get your morning wake and bake tomorrow. You might get the triple play today. Well, tomorrow actually. You might get the triple play. Give y'all the morning wake and bake session. I'm gonna try to do some music early on the backup page tomorrow. Now set up the time for the poetry. I ain't gonna intervene or interact with everybody else's stuff they got going on. So yes, we will have fun tomorrow. You know, y'all just be safe, keep your third eye open. Definitely see y'all running around here. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.